And so the season began.
He's now come to Sheffield United and in his first game scored 2 goals.
His share of penalties in the European Championships. Green through here. Woods makes the save. But here's Dane Whitehouse. It's 1-0 to Sheffield United.
Hello and welcome to the Red Cassette, where in today's video I shall be going over why I am right once again. I was right with the green kit and now I'm right once again. This time it's about something that's really quite a bit more exciting. It's about Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Now these two shirts, absolute classics in the Sheffield United fandom, and well, you might get the chance to buy them once again. In fact, no, there's no might about it. You will get the chance to buy them again if you're quick enough. You may remember about 4 months ago I made a video going, oh, we're going to get retro shirts. And I was totally guessing. I mean, there was a few, it was an educated guess. They'd released the season ticket video, and basically it said it had this shirt in it, which I've got on now, and this shirt here, which for this video's purposes, I'm going to call this the Dayglow shirt, but if you don't know, it's the 1989-91 shirt. So we wore it for those seasons, and then this one is the Laces shirt, is what I'm going to call it in this video. But this is the 92-94 home shirt, which we wore during the Premier League, first few Premier League seasons. Mine, bizarrely, is a medium, which I've never found anywhere else. This is an original, as is this one. You can probably tell with how worse for wear it is. This is, over 30 years old, and this one's not far off that. So, we're looking at proper old shirts here, many of which the originals have fallen to bits. People have lost them. People have sent them to Africa to help children. But nowadays, there's a big fashion for retro shirts, and I'm really glad that the club are going to be cashing in on that. So let's go to the start of this story. Well, the start of the recent story anyway. We'll not go back to 4 months ago, because there's quite a lot that's happened since then in my life, so we won't go over all that. But let's talk about Friday lunchtime, dinner time, whatever you want to call it. I was sat in on a bench near Devonshire Green eating my chip butty like you do on a Friday. I was at uni. Obviously not that I was on Devonshire Green eating a chip butty, but it was my dinner hour, so I thought, right, I'll have a chip butty. And then all of a sudden I check my phone and I see this tweet, welcome to our retro range, and I'm thinking, woohoo, I was right. I'd given up hope, I'll be honest. I'd completely given up hope because nothing had happened for ages. I was thinking, have I got this wrong? Was it just, a case of, we've got some at the museum, we've taken the Umbro badges off, obviously for trademark reasons. But no, I was right. And I saw that there's going to be an event, a launch event on the 15th of October, Friday the 15th of October, at the Meadow Hall shop. Which is a bit weird. I'd have thought if you're going to do a kit launch, you'd do it at Bramall Lane, but there we are. It's at Meadow Hall, and there's only 400 tickets. So I'm like, straight beeline for Bramall Lane, because there was a limited amount there as well as at the Meadow Hall shop. Managed to get one. I'm going at 7. I'm going to meet Carl Bradshaw and hopefully Mitch Ward, subject to availability, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. Two players that obviously I never saw play because they played God about 10 years before I was born, but they're two players that you hear a lot about, and obviously I've got my VHS collection at the side of me. If I want to watch them, I've got plenty of means to do so. So I'm incredibly excited about going to see that. I've got my 2 tickets here. It's going to be exciting. I'm a bit bent because I've been in your wallet. So the Twitter launch basically went, here's 2 pictures of Carl Bradshaw and Brian Deane. Carl Bradshaw in this shirt, Brian Deane in this one. And welcome to our retro range. So I thought, fantastic. And then later on, some more pictures surfaced. We had Billy Sharp in the Dayglow shirt, the 89-91 shirt, and then we had him in this shirt, and then we had Baldock again, Georgia Baldock in this shirt, which was a photo that seemed to go down quite well with the ladies. There were people using the hashtag Gorgeous George, which I'll be honest did make me cringe a little bit, but we'll leave it at that. So, what have I noticed to the shirts in the 4 months since they were first teased in the season ticket video? Obviously 4 months ago they were probably just prototypes, early production runs, and basically what we've noticed is that the Laver logo on this shirt, which actually wasn't on the consumer models of it, has not got the outline on it anymore. It's just the black. They obviously use the same tooling as on the retro remake of this one. Obviously to save cost, and they've changed that now, so it looks proper. It looks how it did on the players' versions. And also they fixed the outline on this shirt looked somewhat brown. It didn't quite work. It was a bit, it didn't look right. So they've actually made it a bit more yellow, which is good to see. But they're the main differences. To be honest, they got them fairly spot on to begin with anyway. So now we've actually been able to look at them in a bit more detail, obviously with the high-res images of players sat in them. I've noticed that on this shirt, it's going to be, the badges are going to be the same as they were for the consumer versions. By that I mean they're not going to be embroidered on like they were on some of the player versions, and I think some of the consumer versions as well. That I did see someone walk around with one that had the badge embroidered on, so I'm not quite sure what the story is there. So that may mean that after a few washes the badges might fall off, but I'm hoping that that's not the case. Obviously 30 years has passed since this shirt was made. So I think glue technology has come a long way. So we'll have to see on that one. Furthermore, there's also it's also going to be unlikely that there's going to be a long sleeve option. Brian Dean tended to wear long sleeve versions of this shirt, and in the photos he's in a short sleeve version, which did look a bit weird. So that's a bit disappointing, but again, there were never long sleeve versions given out to fans anyway, so it's not a big deal. Further to that, in the article that was on the club's website, there is mention of a retro range. So these two shirts are going to be heading the so-called retro range. So it's quite exciting to see what else will be in that range. You know, I think this is a good thing for the club because they're going to make a lot more money off, I think, the retro stuff, because a lot of the newer stuff, there's no nostalgia attached to it. Nostalgia is a very powerful thing, and it gets people to buy things. So the club will make up a lot of money. Hopefully it'll recoup enough money to go out and buy Morgan Gibbs White, but we shall have to see on that one. So, will I be getting one, and if so, which one? Obviously, I'll be doing my damn best to get one, to make a video on, and also to wear and to replace the rather worse for wear version that my dad had. There's fag holes in it, the badges have fallen off. It's been well loved. So hopefully I'll be able to get a bit of a replacement for that. But yeah, I should be getting the green one. I've got this version, I've got the original of this one, so I've no need to buy a remake of it. It's also meant that now this shirt it's still going to be worth quite a bit, but you can buy one just with that bit missing. So the extra money that you're going to be paying for an original is literally just for this little badge here, of which you can actually buy Umbro badges. Not for this shirt because they're a bit weird on this shirt, but on this one you'll be able to get a little Umbro badge, and I'll probably end up doing that you can just stick on so it looks original, and no one will know any different apart from the Labour badge being on it, but we'll gloss over that. So finally, to round off, I'm going to make a little note on shirt snobbery. There's a lot of it about a lot of people saying, oh well, I'm better because I've got the original. It doesn't matter. Most people, an original is far out of their price range. They are quite expensive, and to buy a remake for 35 quid, it'll do. I've got 2 England shirts that are remakes. I've got the 1990 home and away, not home and away and a third even. They're fine, they're good. The only difference is they don't have an Umbro logo on it, and that's it. This all came to a bit of a head, the shirt snobbery on Twitter, when Thierry Henry was spotted at an Arsenal game in a remake of an Arsenal shirt. Everyone was slagging him off, saying, well, how come he hasn't got a proper one? Ooh, this is terrible. Just get a grip. it's just a shirt. It's a shirt. All it was missing with the Adidas logo that was here. He's saved himself money. Admittedly, he's probably quite a rich man, so I don't see why he needs to be frugal. But yeah, if you see someone in not a fake shirt, in a remake shirt, it's because the original of this shirt, if you were to buy one of these in as good a nick as you're going to be able to buy a remake, you'd be paying 300 quid. You can get one, hopefully, I'm thinking they're going to be around £35. That tends to be the going rate for retro shirts. You would think, you know, you're going to go for that. It's 10 times cheaper. There's no point in buying an original if you're going to, unless you really do want an original, obviously, then go ahead. But yeah, there's no need to be snobby about it. People have preferences. I shall be buying a remake of this shirt because this one's a bit knackered and I don't have 300 quid lying about to buy an original. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching. There'll be a little bit of a video log, a vlog, like the good old days, of the Meadowhall open day. You know, it's not going to be me walking around like a prat with the camera in front of my face, but you know, I'll film a little bit and do a bit of a voiceover, and then we'll cut back to us, you know, comparing. I'll be comparing the materials and everything of these shirts, the remake and the original, and maybe even this shirt, depending on what we end up getting. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to look out for that video. It'll be around probably after the 15th of October. But for now,
they finally called themselves clear on Tuesday's winning Everton. Hodges